We good to go? What's up, everybody, and welcome everybody to another episode of Tales from the Jails. We're here live in Partners USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. You know, we're here at, another great day to be talking about prison, to kind of, let everyone know that prison is not a game, but we bring you different stories to kind of deter you from going to prison, let you know that, prison is for males and females. As you can see, we got a guest up here, a young lady. I got my counterpart, Mr. Brahim Jackson here. We got a young lady who actually did a substantial amount of time in the feds.
Upstate.
Upstate. Yeah, so tell me who you are.
My name is Alfreda. Everybody call me Mudda.
Everybody call you Mudda?
Yes.
Where you from, Mudda? Turn the mic just a little bit to there you go. Where you from, Mudda?
Born and raised in North Philly, but raised in West Philly. Most of the time in West Philly.
Yeah, because I met you in West Philly.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I know you from. So I'm gonna give you the West Philly stamp because I remember you primarily from West Philly. So I know once again, this podcast is to deter individuals from going to prison. Like I said, we're giving real stories. We're not glorifying prison in any way. We're not trying to sit up here and make it like prison is a place to go, but these stories are real. So explain to us, your early upbringing, as a kid. How was it for you?
It was fun. And so much of all my life I was going to the prison to see my dad.
Okay.
So all I know was going to the prison to see my dad every other weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We moved down the bottom when I was 7.
Down the bottom, West Philly?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to school. I grew up a little bit in North Philly when my mom took us down North Philly sometimes. But other than that, I went to school. I graduated. I did all that. I was a party girl.
So your dad was in jail, like at what age? Like
I lost my dad when he went to prison when I was 1.
Okay, so you was going to the prison to see him, and now how much time your father had?
My dad been down 36 years staying right now, so I never asked my dad how much time he got. I hear different stories, but we never talked about it. We talk about everything, but that's like a conversation that I don't like talking about because it's a little hard. I never had my dad.
Never had your dad coming up?
We got the best relationship. I go see him. We do Zoom every day, but I never had my dad growing up. So I felt like I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for their father love. I had a stepfather. He was good. But yeah.
So your father's not being there for you as a young lady. How detrimental is that? Like for a lot, because a lot of young ladies is going through this. A lot of young girls, young teenage girls, even adults are like, because you're an adult now, you don't really have your biological father in life. How important is it to have a father for a young female or a female period?
It's important.
Why do you say it's important? Like what's the the main ingredient that makes it important?
I love my dad like a lot. I told you all I did was going to see him since I was 1 year old. We got the best bond ever. He lost his mind when he was in prison. He don't really have nobody, so I was always there, like all the time. Since I turned 18, got my license, I was going by myself. But I never had the dad.
Wow.
My dad.
So you was primarily raised in a household with just you and your mom. And when did your stepfather, come around?
Probably when I was like 11.
Okay. So 1 second, I want to say a shout out to D Eagle Galloway for becoming a member. So, as we sit up here and tell some judges, Mr. Brahim Jackson, youngin, he was out without a father for all his life.
But it probably wouldn't affect me as much as it affects a woman. It's 2 different type of genders. So it's different for, a woman without, especially with a mother or a father. I'm not saying she didn't have a mother, but a father. You know that it'd be like daddy's girl, mama's boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different when a woman ain't got it.
But it's still causing effects. Some probably greater than other. Yeah. So for you, and like I said, like young girls, you know, they're fragile. Like you said, you're going out looking for, you know, father figures, looking for, looking for that type of comfort from, you know, a father. And ultimately, what happens is you know, you may try to find it within a boyfriend or a stepfather, or uncle somewhere, but it doesn't really amount to you having your biological father in your life.
Yes.
So what trials and tribulations did you go through? Was it like you automatically went out into the streets and started running the streets and started committing crime? What was that for you? What happened?
I started partying at a young age.
How old?
Probably like 14, 13.
Wow, what you going to the clubs? You just going to, like, you know,
the clubs.
And they was letting you in the clubs that young? So how did you get in? Like, how did you get in the club? How did you get in there? What was you doing?
I did. I did.
Oh wow, fake ID.
Half the time you don't even need that shit. You talk about how did you get in? You over there acting crazy.
No, but sometimes you do.
No, in Philadelphia, no, you don't. No, you don't. But you ain't no party boy. When going out to the clubs and all that.
But I got a friend.
When they raid the clubs, that's when you know who in there underage.
You know, when you was in jail, I used to throw parties, right?
Exactly.
So hear me out. So I used to throw like a lot of parties, and I remember, like, you know, the police coming to the party, the events or the places that we was written out to throw parties, and letting us know, like, listen, we will shut this thing down if y'all let anybody underage in. So we was checking for IDs and make sure everybody had IDs.
Oh, y'all was checking IDs. You sat there and checked the ID?
I had security doing it.
They was checking it?
Yes.
So wasn't nobody in there underage ever?
I definitely was underage.
Bro, they going in these joints all over. It's like you're not even in Texas.
Right down the bottom.
They go every club in the city still.
Okay. What you're saying like down in the hood. So I was having like upscale parties. Like we have upscale parties. Like I would get like an act to come out. I would, you know, like I brought Jeezy to the city. I brought, you know, a lot of people to the city and did like, you know, bunch of shows, like different stuff like that. So I was doing events like that. So we had to really be real careful. I was like doing like down Old City, renting spots and stuff like that down there. So we had to have security. I wasn't really doing nothing like in the hood. I didn't really, you know, feel safe down in places like that.
You don't think nobody snuck into them upscale joints?
Exactly.
You don't think you
yeah,
don't think there was quite a few in there?
I do, but I'm saying they were put in place to check IDs.
Okay,
I'm not saying I wasn't. Now if they had ID and got in there.
No, but a lot of these places got put in place to have IDs. Everybody that's having clubs and but it's not people checking them.
Yeah,
and these young girls are sneaking in.
Say 20 deep
at a hard time out.
Because like the fire marshals and stuff or the police would come. I remember them coming or showing the face and like, listen, if anybody's in here underage, and they would like walk through.
We ain't go through that.
Yeah, they would like walk through. They walked. I actually know people that have like clubs that have been shut down because of the LNI came in and shut them down for not having. But I don't want to make the segment about that. But this stuff actually really goes on. If anybody, any party planners or promoters, they know this stuff goes on. Any club owners, you know that this stuff is real. So you had an ID, you know, a fake ID, maybe was, you know, and sometimes I noticed that I have come across that. I saw somebody who had an ID one time, and they was using it to get in, but the picture wasn't even them. And they was just looking at like,
let me in.
Yeah, like let me get in there. So now you ended up going out, celebrating, running the streets and doing certain things. And you used to hang in the hood with us sometimes. I remember, like, you know, times you being around the way with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was in jail by that time, but you used to come through and hang with, you know, me and bro and people around the way. So how soon did you get into crime? Like, you know, what happened that led you into a life of crime?
23. I was 23 at the time.
23. So you didn't have any juvenile bids, any juvenile cases, anything? So what happened? What happened to you?
I was actually working at a bar on what's that, 40th and Brown, Casu's.
Okay.
I was off that day, and my girlfriend asked us, can one of her little sisters have a party there? We had a party there. I was off that day, and then amidst us having a party, somebody asked me to take them somewhere. Take them to pick somebody up a couple blocks away from the bus station. By the time we get back, they already calling.
Mm-hmm.
It's an altercation going on in the club. So we like, the person I'm with, her little sister and they friends, they're fighting in there. By the time we get there, it was like a big scuffle. The guys, the security made them get out, the girls that was fighting. We stayed, we partied. They waited outside till we came. Like a one-on-one. Then it was a free fall. Then the shooting happened.
Wow. A shooting happened. And by the look on your face, you seem like you was involved in that shooting.
Yes.
So what happened? You came up with, so I mean, I guess you can talk about it now. You can talk about it now. Because listen, one thing I want to say, what we do is, now you can leave out what you want to leave out. You can say what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. But I'm going to ask the questions. Now, what happened? What made you, start shooting?
I got busted in my face with like a sock and a rock.
Oh.
They had like, I don't know, it was like nails or something. And it was a bunch of stuff. And I just felt blood dripping down my face.
So you got hit with a lock in the sock almost.
Yeah.
Did it knock you unconscious or knock you down?
A little bit. I was a little dizzy, but yeah.
He always talks about the lock in the sock and how devastating the lock in the sock can be. So she got hit with a lock in the rock. A rock in the sock, yeah? Is that like equivalent to a lock in the sock?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Anything is hard. It's a hard object hitting you in your face.
Like 3 stitches.
So you didn't see it coming you didn't see it coming?
No, I ain't had nothing to do with it. It wasn't my fight.
So you just standing there and somebody hit you with a
it was
rock
like a
in the
free
sock.
fall. No, it was starting to be a free fall. And I guess because I was with the people that I was with, everybody was fighting, and I just know that a big sock came pushing towards me.
Wow.
They was like a younger crowd than me. They was young girls fighting. I didn't even know what the fight was over.
So all you know is you got hit with that rock in that sock, and you said grab the arms.
I'm surprised you ain't go out. You a girl. You ain't no boy. To get hit in your face with something of that magnitude and hard, I'm going out. And I think I'm pretty stronger than you. I think I might not be though, but you was tough back then.
I just seen blood. We was all drunk. It was a.
Well, yeah, when you drunk too,
fun.
drunk numb you up.
And we was having fun, like that fast. Life changed that fast. Like we was having fun.
So hold on. So they hit you with, so you can remember what happened. You remember the sock hitting you, right? The rock in the sock hitting you, right? And when the rock in the sock hit you, did you see like a light? Because you ever been punched in the eye before?
No, I just seen blood and I reacted real fast. Like no.
And what kind of gun you had on you?
Like a little 9.
A Glock or just a Glock? Ooh. And you just start shooting into the crowd.
No, I was shooting in the air just to scare them. No.
Oh, you shot in the air?
Yeah.
Back them up off from caution.
I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Or you got something to do with it once that face got hit.
Yeah.
Once that face got hit, you was all in.
And then it was like, car got vandalized, pocketbooks got stolen because all the crowd went that way.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody left, and next thing you know, they was like, they looking for you.
So they knew your name and everything.
I don't know the girls, but apparently they got my name from somebody that was with the other person because they didn't even know me.
And you sure you ain't that fight? Like I'm just asking because I gotta ask. Because you shoot, nobody got hit or nothing.
No.
And you just fired in the air.
A person got grazed, but they said that the girl didn't go to the hospital.
How'd she get grazed if you shot in the air? Somebody lying.
Mother might be lying. Mother threw that shit at the crowd.
No, I'm
I already know what's going on. Mother thinks she tricking me. It's over with, mother.
It was only shot 3 times.
Clouds?
Like literally, it was like 3 shots.
So it ricocheted off the cloud. You shot in the air, and it hit the cloud and came back.
Mother threw that shit at the crowd.
No, I did.
You motherfuckers hit me in my face with that rock and sock. Yeah, well, take this Glock and pop. I get it though. I get it. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because that's like pure rage. Like somebody hit you with a lock or a rock in your face, you automatically you shooting like this. You thought you were shooting in the air, but you were shooting at the crowd. Somebody got grazed. Where'd she get grazed at?
In her hand, they said.
In the hand?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so you want to run